Hey everybody, thanks for joining me to do some coloring. Today we are going to be working on this adorable Mo's digital pencil image called Be Mine. Isn't she cute? Oh, I love her. So I put a link to her down in the description box. If you would like to head over and grab her up, you can, and color her along with me. Yeah, she's super cute. So next week we are going to be doing this one called, what is it called? Fall Fox. So this is next week's class, a card kit over in the store. If you would like to pick him up, there's 2 left. So there's, head over to the store and grab one up and I can get it shipped out this week so you'll have it in time for class. If you want to know what kind of upcoming classes there's going to be, if you head over to the store blog, and there's a link at the bottom of the description box, it's way down at the end. I put a new tab at the top of the store blog that says classes, and I'm going to try to keep that all updated with what we're going to be doing next for Bible journaling and coloring. So go ahead and head over there and you can check it out. So there's 2 of this one left. This card kit's next week, and then the following week we're going to do Crazy Dogs, and then the week after that is another card kit, which is Sammy is Sweet, and there's only 2 of those left. So if you want to head over and grab that too, head over to the store and grab it up before it's all gone. So, but we're going to be working on Be Mine today. I thought she'd be perfect. You can whip her up and send her out for Valentine's Day or give it to one of your friends. So I printed my girl on Neenah 80-pound solar white cardstock. So let's zoom down. Get a little closer there. And we're going to start out by doing some outlining. So let's go ahead and do that first. So I'm going to start with my N0. And I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to go around the outside. Let me swoosh this off. Got some fuzz on there. We're just going to go all the way around outside. And I just picked the ends today just to try something different. If you don't have ends, you could use whatever 01 you have. I'm just going to color this little section in. And I like to do it first, so in case I get some on my girl that I want to erase, it's easy to do. Out here. I also decided this last week that we would try doing some videos in real time and fast forward videos. So if you have a preference for those, make sure to go over and check out those videos and give them a thumbs up for whichever one it is that you like the best. I'm going to do both for right now until we figure out what everybody loves. Now I'm going to do something for to stand on. So I'm going to do N3 first. And again, if you don't have N3, just go ahead and use whatever ends you have. And there's already some lines on here, so I'm just going to use those as my guide. And flick away. And then we will give it a quick N1 across the top of that, just to soften it a little bit. And then I think I will add just a tad more of my N3. She just looks so happy. All right, then we're going to try a different skin tone today. So let's go within 53, 51, and 50. And so I'm going to start with 53. And let's go ahead and we'll do her arms first. So I'm going to go a little bit along the edge. And because her arm's folded back right here, I'm going to give it a little bit in that shadow area. And then for her hand, let's do the back of her thumb. And we're going to go underneath these fingers here. And then we're going to come down this front side of her arm. And we'll do these fingers. Her wrist. And we'll come down the inside of her arm there. And she's got a couple of dots on her finger. I'm going to go ahead and color those too. Next, we will add E51. So I'm going to fill in this little part of her arm right here. And then I'm going to brush a little bit away from the lines of my E53. And then we'll do E50 over the top of those. I thought it'd be fun to try a little bit different color today. And then we'll come back with E53 and we'll start over here on her face. So I'm going to do inside of her ear. And even though her hair goes right there, I'm going to go ahead and color over that a little bit just so that in case I don't cover it up with her hair, it will already have a little bit of color there so we don't have to worry. And then for this color, I'm going to go down the part of her hair and then I'm going to come along this curve of her face over here to her neck. And then let's go in between her finger a little bit. And then for her nose, let's go over the top like that. And then we're going to go with E51. I'm going to bring this color around this side of her face. And because I'm going to do her cheek colors and then come back and give it a second coat, I'm not worried that it's not all the way filled in. We'll add some E50. And then for her cheeks, we're going to use our 43, 32, and 30. I'm going to go ahead and start with our 43. And for that, I'm going to do right next to this little smiley curve. Just a little bit. It's pretty dark, so be careful. Then we'll add our 32. Then we're going to grab our 30. And let's bring this over into here because she's got some little pink or some little dots right here on her cheek. So we're going to go ahead and use those. Same for over here. Here's a bunch of little dots. I'm going to add a little bit more of our 32. I'm going to make this side, because it tips down, just a little bit wider. Okay, we'll try that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's add E51. And then I'm going to go over her whole face with my E50. Give it a quick swipe. I'm thinking I'm going to do those arms again, but let's add some R30 to our cheeks. Let's darken these up just a little bit. I just didn't like how light they were compared to her face. I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. Also, if you girls have a suggestion for something you'd like to do later in a future class, make sure to leave me a comment down below, because I am making a list of things and taking suggestions. She just looks so happy. All right. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining me. I'll get back to you about the paper after the live stream. 9. But I do have some cute Valentine stuff. I think I got some new things too. So for our hair, we're going to use W9, 7, and 5. So let's start with W9. And you don't want to use too much. So I'm going to do some little streaks. So let's go. Put a few in here like this. And then she's got her hair that goes, let's see. I want to go away from her ponytail a little bit. I'm going to be going to Jessica's later to color. And have dinner. Jessica makes awesome dinner. Okay, then I'm going to add W7. W5. Jessica, I think the romance one's really cute. The new Simple Stories. But I don't know if you got that one. You got some paper here lately. I can't remember if you got that. It's got some flowers and stuff on there. And right here, I forgot this little patch. This is background right here. And then there's another one right here. And then we'll do W9 again, because I think it needs to be darkened up just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Sounds great, Jessica. I'll call you after I get done, and then I can tell you what we got. How's that? Okay, let's do the yellow next. So we're gonna use YR16, Y38, 17, and 18. So I'm going to start with YR16, and let's go down here and we're going to do her socks. So let's do the stripe right next to her boots first. And then I'm going to skip a stripe. Then we'll add Y18. I'll go ahead and cover those up. And then Y17. And I think I'm going to go back with a second coat. So let's do YR16 again. $38. Whoops, not that. Y17. Uh-oh, Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven is going to have to cook his own dinner. I guess it's a Raisin Bran night. Amber said that she was going to bring Lily, so Lexi can maybe go with me and you can have a night of peace and quiet. So Y38 we're going to add to her shirt. So let's go with, let's see, let's do this bottom stripe black, and then let's do this next one. Whoops, not this color. Let's do got to get the right one first. YR16 is our darkest. Okay, and then we're going to skip one. So let's skip that one. And we'll do this one. And it kind of comes around here and it's got a little shadow mark right here underneath of her arm. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to go down the front of her shirt. And then for a sleeve, let's do this first sleeve, this first stripe. And then we're going to say, I'm going to say this is a little bit of her sleeve over here. And then we're going to do this little collar part. And then we'll go with Y38. Y17. And then Y18. I don't know why the Y18 is lighter. I'm going to give it a second coat. I'm going to go Y38. Then we'll go with Y17. And then we'll go with Y18. Now let's get our black back out. So we're going to do black again. So I'm going to use the same color I used on her hair. And we will do Is the Facebook feed still working? The picture's not going anywhere in here. So we're going to go with W9. And let's see. Let's start down here on her socks. Yeah, we better do a little bit over here. Okay, and then we're going to go W7. She's just so dang cute. And then we'll go with, hi Julie, thanks for joining me. We'll go with W5. She just makes me want to smile. She's just so happy about something. This is what Lexi looks like when I tell her she can have dessert. Oh, adorable. Okay, so let's see here. What do we got now? Let's do the wings. So for her wings, I'm going to use V22 and B00. So for her little wings, I didn't do anything too fancy. I'm going to do a little line right along the edge of this back wing. And then for the center part, I'm just going to go, there's like a little line right here on the outside. I'm not going to do those, but these inside bubbles, I'm going to kind of flick, kind of like a little triangle. And then we'll add B00. And same thing, we're going to go, so this time I'm going to cover up this little section here on the edge. So I'm going to flick out here. I'm going to flick right over the top of that gray. And kind of bring it out so that it's on the top of all these little lines in here. But then I left the outside white. Next, let's do C0 down here on the this little ruffle thing on her skirt. So I'm just going to go right next to her skirt and just give it a little bit of color. And then that'll leave us with the red parts. So red, we're going to use our 27, 17, 5, and 22. Evidently, this is my favorite red here lately, is the these reds. Okay, R27. Let's go up here and we'll do the little hearts first. And then for this heart, I'm going to do this bottom side. Then we'll do R17. I need to clean that one. And then R05. And we'll fill it in with our R22. And I like to swirl it over the last color, so I go over the entire heart. Kind of mix them all together there. And we hop down here and we're going to do our boots. So again, let's start with, not that. Look at that, that thing's just dirty. I need to clean that off. Okay, so R27 first. Whoops. Okay, so for R27, I'm going to go, and I'm going to leave the little buckles and stuff on the boots white. So like this little stripe right here, I'm going to leave that white. And I'm going to leave the sole of the boot white. So over here, we're going to go like this. And did I color in here? Yes, I went up to this little button. So this little button too. And then we come down here onto this. I'll do the back of the boot. And then I'm going to come along the bottom. I'm going to try not to touch that sole. Then we'll add R17. R05. And R22 to fill these in. And remember, I like to go over the top of the previous colors. And then, hi Linda, thanks for joining me. Hi Renee. Okay, so skirt. R27. All right, so I'm going to try to do each one of these little mountains. So they come up at a peak here. I'm going to try to leave a little white spot up there so that she has a little shiny spot at the top of each of these pleats. So let's go with R27 down this side. And then we're going to have this pleat, but here's one that comes down. I'm going to go down. And then here's a down. I'm still going to do a little line up here by the black. And I'll probably give this 2 coats, so don't worry if it isn't blending the way you would like. So we'll do a little bit up here by the black, and then we're going to come down this peak right here. And then it goes up, little triangle goes up, and then here's a down. Up, down, and then even though there's a line right here, there's a top of a peak right here. And then up, down. And then this one over here, here's a little underskirt right here, or underside of the skirt that you can see. So I'm going to color that. And then this whole section goes down. So let's go over the top of this line. Like that. And then this is going to be the up. But over here, we're going to have down. Try not to color that wing. Okay, there's our start. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining me. I thought maybe you'd be over hanging out with Sheldine. She's coloring something. And then R17. Okay, so we're going to add just a little bit to this line. And we're going to work our way along and color each side of this, the first R27 color. Whoops. That one's not didn't work out very well. And this one's got quite a bit, so let's go up a little bit higher on that one. Same for this side. It's got quite a bit right here, so I'm going to bring that over. Okay, and then we're going to add RO5. Turn my girl a little bit here. Okay, so this, let's bring this. I'm going to color this little one right here in. Okay, let's try that. And then we're going to go with R22 to fill it in. And see how each one of the top of the little hills has like a little light space up there, so it looks like she's got some movement on her skirt. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it again. So R27. The second time should be a little bit easier because you've got the lines already there. And we'll add RO5. And then we'll go over all that with R22. You could also leave the little pleats at the top white if you like that look. That's just not for me. And there you have her little skirt. Isn't she just too cute? She just looks so happy. Okay, let's do some... Let's add some Spica glitter pen to her hair. So this is clear. So I'm going to do this little stick for her antennaes. And then... And then I'm going to use my Stella brush pen to add some glitter to these little hearts. And be careful when you're pushing this one, because if you give it too much squeezing on the barrel, it will make this giant mess. So just be careful. And we're going to add some glitter to her wings. I usually give it, you know, a few coats. And did I put some glitter on her skirt? I don't think I did. But you could. Let's put some on her little ruffle thing. I'm pretty sure if Lexi was wearing this little skirt thing here would be all like glittery and sparkly. Okay, let's go up and let's put our card together. So I've got some parts, I think I'll go up a little bit more. Sorry. So I've got all my little parts and it's not too complicated. We wanted this to be easy so that you could give it away to a friend and not feel guilty about it. So I've got my card. I want to make sure that it opens the right direction. I always do that. And I can't remember what blueprints I cut this out with, but I put a link down in the description box if you're interested in that. Because this whole everything I cut this out with was a die set. And I use this one a lot. I like all the different shapes. And we'll go with this one next. And this is pretty paper with the flowers on the back. Actually, I think these are both the same line. This is the Jessica, if you're still on. This is the romance one that I was talking about. And we'll add her. When I put this on, I tried to line up this little dip down here with the little point of the inside point of this. And I think this sentiment was from the My Favorite Things Homespun Hearts sentiment set. It's old, so I don't know if it's available anymore. If it is, I put it down in the description box too if you are interested in that. But I think when I looked for it the other day, even over at My Favorite Things, I don't think I could find it. But don't quote me on that. But it's perfect for our Valentine card. Oops. And there you have our cute little Be Mine card. Isn't she adorable? I love that little smile on her face. She's just so stinking cute. Gotta love her. I'm gonna have to give this one away. That one's just too cute. If you watch today and you're interested in receiving this card, leave me a message down below and maybe I'll mail it to you in the mail. So guys, that's it for me today. Don't forget, next week we are going to do Fall Fox. If you have not picked this card kit up, there's only 2 left, so make sure to head over to the store and grab it up before it's gone. And then the next card kit after this is Sammy is Sweet. So if you have not picked that up, there's only 2 left. So if you want to grab that up before it's time for us to do that, do that. Don't forget that I put a new tab at the top of the store blog that says classes. So if you want to see what we're doing in the future, you can head over there, and I have a list so that you can pick up all the needed supplies in case you want to color along with me. Otherwise, I hope you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you next Thursday at 10:30 for coloring. Bye-bye, guys.